Hello, everyone, and welcome to the English Science Podcast. I'm your host, Ben, and I'm super excited to have you here today. Have you ever had a really weird dream? Maybe you were flying over a city made of candy, or perhaps your dog was giving you life advice. Dreams can be absolutely wild, can't they? Well, today we're going to dive deep into the fascinating science behind why we dream. We'll explore different theories that scientists have come up with, and I promise to keep the English simple and clear so everyone can follow along. So grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's explore the mysterious world of dreams together. All right, let's start with the basics. To understand dreams, we first need to talk about something called REM sleep. REM stands for rapid eye movement, and it was discovered back in the 1950s by scientists who noticed that our eyes move very quickly during certain parts of sleep. It's during this REM phase that most of our vivid, memorable dreams occur. Think of it like your brain's movie theater. This is when the most exciting films are playing. Now, why does our brain create these dreams? Scientists have several theories, and I want to share the three main ones with you today. The first theory is about memory processing. Imagine your brain as a librarian working late at night. During the day, you collect all sorts of information. You do homework, you see a roller coaster, you have lunch with friends. At night, your brain librarian takes all these memories and tries to organize them, file them away in the right places. But sometimes the librarian gets a bit creative and mixes things up. That's why you might dream about doing homework while riding a roller coaster. Your brain is processing these different memories at the same time and creating something completely new and strange. The second theory is about problem solving. Think of your brain as having a night shift employee who works on difficult problems while you sleep. During the day, you might struggle with something. Maybe you can't remember a recipe for spaghetti that your grandmother taught you. Your night shift brain employee says, "Don't worry, I'll work on this while you're sleeping." And sometimes you wake up with the answer. Many famous inventors and scientists have reported getting their best ideas from dreams. It's like your brain never stops working, even when you're unconscious. The third theory is called activation synthesis, and it's a bit more complex but really interesting. Basically, this theory suggests that dreams happen because your brain is trying to make sense of random electrical signals that fire during sleep. It's like your brain is a really creative storyteller who gets handed a bunch of random words and has to create a story from them. So if the random signals include flying, grandmother, and purple elephant, your brain weaves them together into a dream story that might not make logical sense but feels real while you're experiencing it. Now, let me share some absolutely mind-blowing facts about dreams that will amaze you. First, did you know that we forget about 90% of our dreams? It's like watching a movie and then immediately forgetting almost everything about it. Scientists think this happens because the brain chemicals needed for memory formation aren't working the same way during sleep. That's why you might wake up with just tiny fragments of a dream, or sometimes no memory of dreaming at all, even though you probably dreamed for about 2 hours during the night. Now, I can't talk about dreams without mentioning nightmares, those scary dreams that can wake us up in a cold sweat. Nightmares are actually a normal part of dreaming, and they serve some important purposes. Think of nightmares like your brain's emergency drill. Just like schools practice fire drills to prepare for real emergencies, your brain uses nightmares to practice dealing with dangerous or stressful situations. When you dream about being chased by a monster, your brain is actually rehearsing how to respond to threats, even though the monster isn't real. This helps you react faster if you ever face a real dangerous situation in waking life. Here's another fascinating fact. Have you ever heard of lucid dreaming? This is when you realize you're dreaming while you're still in the dream, and sometimes you can even control what happens. I remember when I first experienced this. I was dreaming that I could fly, and suddenly I thought, wait, this is a dream. I got so excited that I tried to fly straight up really fast, and I flew right into a wall. Even in my lucid dream, I wasn't very good at flying. But some people can train themselves to lucid dream regularly and have amazing adventures in their sleep. Here's something that will blow your mind. Humans aren't the only animals that dream. Scientists have discovered that many animals experience REM sleep and appear to dream just like we do. Dogs, for example, often move their legs while sleeping as if they're running. They might be dreaming about chasing a ball in the park. Cats dream too, and researchers have even found that when cats dream, they sometimes act out hunting behaviors. But here's the really amazing part. Elephants dream, dolphins dream, and even some birds dream. Scientists studied sleeping zebra finches and found that they dream about the songs they learned during the day, practicing their melodies while they sleep. It's like having a bird karaoke party in their dreams. This shows us that dreaming might be a fundamental part of how brains work, not just something unique to humans. And what about those falling dreams? When you're falling and you suddenly jerk awake? These are called hypnagogic jerks, and they happen when your brain misinterprets the relaxation of your muscles as you fall asleep. Your brain thinks, "Oh no, we're falling," and sends a signal to wake you up and catch yourself. It's actually your brain trying to protect you, even when there's no real danger. Pretty amazing how our brains work, isn't it? Now, have you ever noticed that your dreams seem different depending on what's happening in your life? That's because many factors can influence our dreams. What you eat before bed can actually affect your dreams. Eating spicy food or large meals close to bedtime can make your dreams more vivid and sometimes more bizarre. This happens because your digestive system is working harder, which can interfere with your normal sleep patterns. Stress is another huge factor. When you're worried about an exam or excited about a vacation, these emotions often show up in your dreams. Your brain is like a computer, processing all the day's information, including your feelings and concerns. Dreams also play a huge role in helping us learn, remember things better, and process our emotions. When you're learning English, for example, your brain might use dream time to practice and strengthen those new vocabulary words and grammar patterns you studied during the day. And here's something really cool. What we do during the day directly affects our dreams. If you spend all day studying English with dictionaries and textbooks, don't be surprised if you dream about talking dictionaries or books that can walk and teach you grammar. Your daily experiences become the raw material for your nightly dream adventures. Dreams have fascinated humans throughout history, and different cultures have had amazing interpretations of what dreams mean. Ancient Egyptians believed dreams were messages from the gods and even had professional dream interpreters. The famous Egyptian dream book, written over 3,000 years ago, listed hundreds of dreams and their meanings. Ancient Greeks built special temples called Asclepions, where sick people would go to sleep and receive healing dreams from the god Asclepius. In many Native American cultures, dreams are considered a connection to the spirit world, and some tribes have vision quests where young people seek important dreams to guide their lives. Even today, some cultures believe that dreams can predict the future or provide important guidance. While modern science gives us different explanations for dreams, it's fascinating to see how humans have always felt that dreams are special and meaningful experiences. All right, everyone, let's do a quick recap of everything we've learned today about why we dream. First, we talked about REM sleep, that's rapid eye movement sleep, discovered in the 1950s when our most vivid dreams happen. Think of it as your brain's movie theater time. Then we explored three main theories about why we dream. Theory number one, memory processing, where your brain acts like a librarian organizing the day's experiences, sometimes mixing homework with roller coasters in creative ways. Speaking of modern science, the technology we use to study dreams today is absolutely incredible. Scientists now use advanced machines called EEG monitors to watch brain activity while people sleep. They can see exactly when someone enters REM sleep and even predict when they're about to start dreaming. Some researchers are working on amazing projects to decode dreams. Imagine being able to watch someone else's dream like a movie. There are also smartphone apps that claim to help you lucid dream by playing special sounds or using light patterns, though scientists are still studying how effective these really are. One of the coolest recent discoveries is that scientists can now influence dreams using scents. They found that smelling roses while learning something new and then smelling roses again while sleeping can help people remember information better in their dreams. Theory number 2 was problem solving, where your brain has a night shift employee working on difficult problems like that spaghetti recipe while you sleep. And theory number 3 was activation synthesis, where your brain acts like a creative storyteller making sense of random electrical signals. We also covered some incredible dream facts. We forget 90% of our dreams, like forgetting most of a movie right after watching it. Lucid dreaming lets you control your dreams, though I learned the hard way that dream flying takes practice when I crashed into a wall. Falling dreams happen because your brain misinterprets muscle relaxation as actual falling and tries to save you. Dreams help with learning, memory, and emotions. They can even help you practice English. And what you do during the day affects your dreams, so studying with dictionaries might lead to dreams about talking dictionaries. The big takeaway here is just how absolutely amazing our brains are. Every night, without us even trying, our brains create these incredible, complex experiences that can help us learn, solve problems, and process our lives. And for those of you learning English, isn't it wonderful that even your dreams can be part of the learning process? Before we finish up today, I have a few requests and questions for you, my amazing listeners. First, if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the podcast, give it a like, and leave a comment. It really helps other people discover our show. Now, I want to hear from you. I have 3 questions. First, what's the weirdest dream you've ever had? Second, what's your biggest challenge when learning English? And third, what science topic would you like me to explore in a future episode? I've put 10 additional questions in the description box below for you to think about and discuss. Here's one final dream fact to leave you with. The average person will spend about 6 years of their life dreaming. That's 6 years of amazing adventures, problem solving, and memory processing happening while you sleep. Thank you so much for joining me today on this journey into the science of dreams. Sweet dreams, everyone, and I'll see you in the next episode. Before I let you go, let me share some practical tips for better sleep and more interesting dreams. First, keep a dream journal by your bed. When you wake up, immediately write down anything you remember from your dreams, even if it's just a feeling or a single image. This trains your brain to pay more attention to dreams and helps you remember them better. Second, try the wake back to bed technique for lucid dreaming. Wake up about 6 hours after falling asleep, stay awake for 20 to 30 minutes thinking about dreams, then go back to sleep. This increases your chances of having lucid dreams. Third, avoid screens for at least 1 hour before bedtime. The blue light can interfere with your natural sleep cycles and affect your dream quality. And finally, try keeping your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Your brain dreams best when your body is comfortable and relaxed.